Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Beach FM, great to welcome back the CEO of that great organisation, Air Chathams, Duane Emeny. Good evening and welcome to you.
Very good evening, John. How are you?
I hear that one of our political leaders gave you a bit of a shout the other night, saying that the place she wanted to go to was the Chatham Islands. I hear she's in good company.
Yes, I missed the debate, but I did hear that secondhand, and actually she made a wise choice.
I think so. I'm with her all the way. And Duane, I believe there's really exciting news for those who are thinking of going to the Chathams.
Yeah, it is. We've been working really hard in the background to prepare our ATR 72, which is our newest addition to the fleet. We purchased it off Air New Zealand just under 2 years ago, actually, and we were using it all around the country for some high-end charter work. Obviously, the international clientele is struggling to get into the country at the moment, so we're redeploying it out onto the Chatham Islands, and that's all going to happen on the 15th of October. So that's going to be great. It means that we take the current seat stock per flight from 39 up to 68, and that'll help with this tourism boom that we've got going on at the moment.
Isn't it great? And what's it like on the islands at the moment, Duane? Because I imagine that it's a little bit of a golden period for the Chatham Islands with these people coming in. And I imagine gaining a new appreciation of the Chathams because, frankly, most New Zealanders, most mainlanders, as they call New Zealanders on the Chathams, most mainlanders don't have a real appreciation of the Chathams.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, it's really positive to see. It's certainly been critical for our airline, our business, and also critical for the island too to get that product, that very high value seafood product off the island. But I think in a lot of ways, we had the shutdown in February with live product going into China. That really shook the island.
Yes.
And it kind of showed just how much we need to be looking at other industry to ensure we diversify and in the event that these things may happen again. So that's really where tourism has a huge amount of potential on the island. There is a lot of land there. It's it's not very populated, as you can imagine, with only 600 people. So it definitely has the potential, and there's a willingness over there as well. But it's very much in its infancy, which in some ways is the magic of visiting the island. Sure. Now. I mean, you get off the aeroplane, your cell phone doesn't work, so you can't be pestered for at least a week. And you can go and get a good feed of blue cod down at the local hotel, and it's just a great environment, and the feedback's really, really positive.
As you say, there may not be so many people there, but there are plenty of characters, aren't there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's there's a lot of history on the island, and I think that's something that visitors to the island really enjoy too. Is just sharing a beer with the local, like I say, at the pub or elsewhere around the island, and getting a bit of a feel for what's happening. And it is a very different perspective on life.
And how long does it take to fly to the Chathams from the mainland?
Yeah, it varies really depending on where we fly from. At this time of year, we've got 3 flights out of Wellington each week, and that's about an hour 40 minutes. Christchurch once a week on a Tuesday, that's an hour 50, and Auckland's a bit longer at 2 hours 15 on a Thursday.
Well, that's insignificant, really, isn't it? And considering the fact that you're heading into one of the few options, actually, and it really does feel as if you're arriving at somewhere special. I know that I went there for work purposes, and I haven't stopped talking about it to my friends and my poor old wife who had to stay behind when I went to the Chathams. And honestly, it's something that I'm going to have to do again. And perhaps persuade her to pop onto this lovely new ATR 72, well, new to Air Chathams, ATR 72, one of the 68 seats. So that really is exciting stuff. Does that come with extra freight capacity as well, Duane?
That's probably going to be the one challenge of the introduction. Really is carrying freight. So we've got a few ideas around that. We're going to be predominantly using the ATR for the schedule. So that'll be a passenger dominated schedule.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to have some alternate aircraft that are also going to be based on the island in time to solely look at the freight options. So it's very, very important that we ensure that not just people can fly in and out, but you've got to get that valuable cargo going both directions.
That wonderful kai moana. Wonderful
Absolutely.
stuff indeed. Duane, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Thank you so much for the great service you're providing to the Kapiti Coast.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
106.3 Beach FM.